Long ago, in the small and dusty village of Kumkumba, there lived a man named Chokora. Now Chokora was known for two things, his endless appetite and his endless foolishness. If wisdom were rain, Chokora wouldn't even be wet. People in the village often joked, if you give Chokora a fish, he'll trade it for a stone because stones don't need cooking. Chokora was poor, so poor that even the village rats refused to visit his hut. One sunny afternoon, while hunting for firewood by the great Ubaji River, Chokora stumbled upon a strange old tree. Its roots twisted like a witch's fingers, and the ground beneath it sparkled. Curious, and hoping it might be food, he dug with his bare hands. Lo and behold, he unearthed a trove of glittering gems. "Our ancestors have smiled on me today," Chokora exclaimed, tossing the gems in the air and catching them like mangoes. But as soon as he touched the largest gem, the river roared. The waters bubbled and foamed as if 1,000 fish were having a meeting. From the river rose Magi, the fearsome river goddess. She was as beautiful as the morning sun and as terrifying as a lioness protecting her cubs. Chokora fell to his knees, trembling like a leaf in the Harmattan wind. "Mother of water, forgive me. I didn't know these were yours." Magi stared at him with eyes like whirlpools. "Chokora, you have found my sacred gems. These gems hold the power to change your destiny, but they are not for the greedy or the foolish." "Me? Foolish? No, great one," Chokora stammered. "I'm only, curious." The goddess chuckled, her laughter echoing through the riverbank. "Very well, I shall grant you control of the gems under one condition. You must use them wisely. If you waste this wealth, or let greed and foolishness rule you, the gems will vanish, and your poverty will return, worse than before." Chokora nodded eagerly, not hearing a word after wealth. Magi handed him the largest gem. "Remember, wisdom keeps wealth alive. Foolishness buries it deeper than the roots of this tree." With that, she disappeared into the river, leaving Chokora to his fate. When Chokora returned to Kumkumba, he was a changed man. His tattered clothes were replaced with bright robes, and his stomach, once as flat as a drum, now bulged like a calabash. He sold a few gems in the city and returned to the village with a fortune. Suddenly, everyone wanted to be his friend. Even the chief, who once dismissed Chokora as a man who could get lost on a straight path, invited him to sit in the royal hut. But Chokora's newfound wealth awakened his old foolishness. He began throwing extravagant parties, with enough food to feed the entire village and their goats. He bought the largest, most useless things, a golden stool too heavy to sit on, a horse even though he couldn't ride, and a drum that required 3 men to carry. One day, a clever merchant from another village came to Kumkumba. Seeing Chokora's foolishness, the merchant devised a plan. He told Chokora, "I have a magical flying pot. With this pot, you can visit the clouds and bring back treasures from the sky." Chokora's eyes widened. "Flying pot? How much?" The merchant smiled slyly. "Only half of your gems." Without a second thought, Chokora handed over the gems and waited eagerly to fly. The merchant left, promising to deliver the pot in 3 days. Of course, the pot never arrived. Soon, Chokora's wealth ran out. He had nothing left but his golden stool and his useless horse. The villagers who had sung his praises now sang mocking songs instead. Chokora the foolish, wealth in his hand, lost it all like water through sand. Hungry and humiliated, Chokora returned to the Ubaji River. He knelt by the old tree crying, "Oh, great Magi, I was a fool. Please, give me one more chance." The river bubbled and the goddess appeared, shaking her head. "Chokora, I warned you. Wealth without wisdom is like a basket used to fetch water. It holds nothing." "But I can change," Chokora pleaded. "Please, help me." The goddess sighed. "Very well, but this time, no gems for you. You will earn your wealth by fishing from my river. Work hard, and you may yet prosper." From that day on, Chokora became a humble fisherman. He never regained his former riches, but he gained something far greater, the respect of the village. And whenever someone asked why he worked so hard, he would smile and say, "A fool and his wealth are soon parted. But hard work, that stays with you." And so, Chokora lived the rest of his days as a wiser, if not richer man. But every now and then, when the river sparkled under the moonlight, he would laugh and say, "Flying pot, eh? What a fool I was."
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more captivating stories on Story and Tales.